Alright, so this is the Kickback, just the Kickback, located in Middleton, Wisconsin. This is a location that I've been wanting to hit up for a while. I just never really had the opportunity to drive up here and check it out. This place has a lot of cool games here, a lot that you don't see too often. I know I say that a lot, but again, I try to feature arcades on this channel that are a little bit more interesting than your standard run-of-the-mill barcade. The one thing that I really liked about this place is that they seem to get all of the new Sterns and some of the other new games pretty much right when they come out. I was talking a little bit with the owner, and he's got some ins with a lot of his distributors, so he tends to get stuff pretty quick. A lot of the time, this is like one of the first locations I see with LEs on the floor. This location has a ton of limited editions all over the place, so I'll definitely get a view of that towards the end of the video. But this place has a lot of really nice games, ones that are pretty desirable. Unfortunately, I was in a little bit of a hurry when recording this video as my battery was getting really low, so I didn't have a ton of time to focus in on a lot of the play fields and stuff, but you can kind of see from the video, a lot of these games are modded in one way or another, whereas the last arcade that I featured didn't really have a lot of mods. This location is definitely not shy of putting mods into their machine. Almost every game had a color DMD or some kind of art blade on the side, or had, special mods in the playfield. You can kind of see on that Attack from Mars, they had the chrome saucers and the Eat at Eddie's mod, which I always like. Kind of makes the playfield feel a little bit more vibrant and alive. This game was really cool. They had a high roller casino. This was actually the first time I had seen one in public. I had only ever played this game on the virtual pinball arcade. It was really cool. Rest assured, pretty much every game here was in tip-top shape. I really didn't have any problems with the games that I played. There were a couple of machines that had some kind of weird flipper alignments, but other than that, everything was great. Flippers were nice and strong, games were playing really well. This Twilight Zone was beautiful. It had powder-coated side rails, art blades, LED mods, the works. It just looked really, really nice. And of course, they had an Addams Family just sitting. It's kind of crazy. There was a really high score just sitting there. It was like a 53 million just kind of chilling when they left it on ball 3. I'm not really sure what happened there. Something that's really cool about this place is if you're more of a competitive pinball player, this place definitely tends to focus more on the competitive aspect of pinball. As such, a lot of these games are set up in kind of a tournament environment. I noticed that some of the side posts were removed to make the game a little bit harder, which isn't really that big of a deal in my opinion, but something to be aware of if you do decide to go. If you're a bit more of a beginner pinball player, you might have some trouble on a few of these games, but you can see they have this nice row of pros just kind of in the back. There was a Munsters Premium there, which is always nice to see. I thought it was kind of funny that the Venom limited edition was just sitting out in the back, not next to the other limited editions. It's almost like nobody wanted to play it. But they had a nice, really cool skee ball. That was really neat. I haven't seen that skee ball model before. It was really cool. And here you can kind of see the limited editions start. There were a couple of limited editions back there. This Toy Story 4 was the only Jersey Jack game that I saw at the location. You can see over here, I do wrap it back around to get a better view of this, but they had the Medieval Madness Merlin edition available for play, which was awesome. I actually have one of these on order. I'm waiting for one myself. So it was really cool to see one before I ended up getting my unit. I can confirm that the game shoots amazingly, and it is beautiful in person. So if you've ordered one, you're going to really like it. And then over here, we've just got more limited editions, X-Men, Foo Fighters, Dungeons & Dragons, the works. They have a lot of desirable Sterns here, which is really cool. I always love playing the limited editions because you don't really see them on location too often, so I always try to give props to any operator who's willing to put limited editions on the floor. Typically, again, those end up in homes, which makes sense. That's really what they're for, so it's always nice to see them on game floor for anybody to play. I didn't get, again, like I said at the beginning, I didn't really get any close-up footages of the playfields themselves, as I didn't really have a lot of time to take this video. I did take a quick video at the end that kind of went over some of the other games in the back that were a little bit more modded. I didn't get a good view of them, and I felt like it was worth checking out. Something that was really cool, you can see they have another 007 limited edition. I've found a lot of these in the wild lately. I don't know if I'm just, I don't know, I find them by accident. They just seem to be all over the place. Still a fun game, though. If you've never played one, I definitely recommend it. Back here, this was really cool. They have the Cactus Canyon upgrade kit, and to my knowledge, at least as of recording, this is the only public location where you can play this kit. I get a little bit of a close-up here. It's got the saloon door, a spinner, a new lock light, and a couple of other features. It was really cool to play. As I do not own a Cactus Canyon, it was nice to see the new code in its glory. They also have a couple of random redemption games spewed about, which was kind of interesting. They had a Family Guy pinball machine available for play, and it was actually the first Family Guy that I've ever managed to find on location that had all of the features working. Usually the death target doesn't work, or there's an issue with the spinner. This back area is still technically part of the arcade. It looks like they're trying to expand a little bit and hopefully make this area a little bit more interesting. At the moment, it kind of feels like you're in a warehouse. The atmosphere wasn't really the best, personally. I think the atmosphere could do a little bit of work, but I'm pretty sure this location is a little bit newer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're still working on stuff, so I can't wait to see what this place eventually turns into. Towards the front of the store, the vibes were definitely a lot better. They had lots of, cartoons playing on the TV. They had a nice little bar. They have a nice little outside seating area. It was really nice. And then over here, they have the brand new Star Wars Fall of the Empire limited edition. They had two of them. They had two limited editions side by side. I don't know if you're ever going to see that anywhere else. It was kind of crazy. The other guy was working on putting a cup holder in. All of these games have cup holders. Here you can see I swing back around to check out the Medieval Madness. Again, absolutely amazing game. It's so cool to see that they're still making these. Never would have thought that you'd be getting a new in-box Medieval Madness in 2025, but here we are. It's really cool. I also wanted to get another kind of look at that Metallica limited edition, just because the limited edition for that game looks absolutely beautiful. Again, I can definitely see the appeal of the LEs, even though you may not be getting the best bang for your buck. The mirrored back glasses and the side expression lighting just looks awesome. All of the Stern games are connected to Insider Connected, as you would expect, so if you want to log your games, they do have leaderboards that you can check out and fight for. There seem to be a lot of competitive pinball players here. And then this, real quick, is just a couple minutes of some games that had some heavy mods on it. They had a Sopranos here, which this game has gone up in value quite a bit as of late. People are kind of finding out that it is a really good and fun game. Just the artwork is kind of what set people away. Here was a really heavily modded Walking Dead Pro. It's got a color DMD, some side armor, art blades, all that good stuff. Here's another modded Game of Thrones Premium. They've got the art blades and just a couple of extra mods just kind of sitting on the playfield. It was really cool. This next machine, the Ghostbusters, they had some nice quality of life mods installed. They had the anti-ball hop mod on the inlanes, so you did not have to worry about the ball going down the drain, which was very nice. And the art blades on the inside with the color DMD was really cool. The flippers on this one were orientated kind of weird. I'm not sure if it was to make the shots easier, but it was definitely different. I'm not sure what the deal was. It definitely looked intentional. I'm not really sure exactly what the purpose of it was, but it was definitely interesting. And then, of course, got to have the Deadpool Pro. They had an Aerosmith Pro, which I don't really see too often as well, but again, they have the art blades and a couple of extra mods on it to make the game look a little bit more flashy, which was very cool. And then they had this Munsters Color Edition. I can't remember if the Color Edition was the special version. I can't remember which one it was, if it was the black and white or the Color Edition, but still really cool. They had the shooter mod on there. And then the Lonely Venom limited edition, just kind of sitting over in the corner. I thought that was kind of funny. I still got a close-up of the playfield just because you can kind of see, here's what I was talking about with that weird flipper arrangement. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Was kind of strange. I wasn't really sure what the reasoning for that was. It didn't really affect gameplay or anything like that, but it still was something that I wanted to note. You can see over here, this is the Cactus Canyon limited edition. It's got the nice powder coating. It's kind of like a matte black almost, which I think felt really nice. I'm not sure if that's stock or not, but it was really cool nonetheless. They had a couple of nice heavy hitters over here along with the Medieval Madness. You can see there's the Eat It Eddie's mod, and then the Chrome Saucers mod was really cool. Black Knight had the topper and all that good stuff. I kind of get a little bit of a closer look at the Twilight Zone over here, just because I thought it was really well done. You can see there's the leaderboards. Only had a really quick shot of that before it went away. But yeah, this Twilight Zone's definitely been refurbished or redone. Looked like brand new decals, fresh armor on the sides, art blades, blue LEDs for the extra ambience. It was really cool. I did get, I think, a slight close-up of the Addams Family. No, I did not. I did not. But anyway, that is the Kickback. If you're ever anywhere in the Wisconsin area, I definitely recommend checking it out. They have a lot of cool stuff here, a lot of neat games, a lot of fun to play.